Welcome, welcome, welcome to Armchair Anonymous. I'm Dan Shepard, and I'm joined by Mrs. Mouse.
Hi.
Hi.
I really enjoyed this episode.
Why?
I don't know. I think it was a pop-out because, honestly, I think when the idea was pitched, I was like, what in the world? And
so low expectations.
I think.
Yeah. By the way.
It'll work.
Well, I liked this sink in a magazine and inscribed in it in Latin. It was a Latin word. And then when I looked it up, it was hunger is the best spice.
Ooh.
Right? It nails it. Like, if you're starving, anything's going to taste good.
You know what? That's too close to nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Which is so gross. It's like the worst, most toxic
I've never heard that
sentence. Anyway,
these
were really fun and sweet and good group of peeps.
Yeah. Well, gift giving, gift receiving.
But they're like fun and wholesome, and
it makes up a little bit for some of the previous episodes.
Yeah, last week's.
It kind of inches us back towards
you can listen to this
20.
one.
This one's safe.
Yeah.
Please enjoy Gifts Gone Wrong.
Hard times come and go. Good times, take them slow. My life, I had them both. Remember one thing, you gotta know, I'ma keep on shining.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hello, I can hear you.
Oh, wonderful. Nice cable knit sweater peeking out. I'm seeing.
Thank you. My great-grandmother made that.
Oh.
So she would be happy to hear that you're impressed.
Oh
Well, my eye was immediately drawn to it with 100 options.
Yeah.
Yes. I do have lots of white and cream sweaters, but they're all like great-grandma sweaters, so I can't get rid of them.
Ah, I love this. Limited edition.
And I know you're not supposed to hang sweaters. I think you're supposed to fold them, but I don't have a lot of folding area in here, so they're hanging.
Yeah, we need a better solution than hang it on a hanger.
Because they'll droop. You are supposed to fold them up. But yeah, most closets don't have enough space.
You get those nipples where the end of the hanger was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So, Alex, you were a part of either maybe the gift giver or the receiver of a well-intentioned gift that went awry. Is that accurate?
It is accurate. I was the receiver. So, lots of gift receiving politics. You're trying to be a good gift recipient.
Sure. A lot of stress when you're opening that present and everyone's staring.
Exactly. So in order for this story to make sense, you got to know a little bit about my grandma, my mom's mom. She's the gift giver in this story. So grandma is a bargain shopper. Not crazy couponer, but just in it for the deal. Like if something's on sale, she's buying it because she's getting a rush from the fact that she got it for a deal. She doesn't need these items.
She feels like she's making money.
Yes, she has no room. She has no purpose for these items. So like as a family, we all know that we're going to get these random things that grandma's buying because she just wants to buy them. And then once she has them, she just decides like, oh, Alex, you wear socks, so here's a pair of socks for you. Also important is that she can't really see that well. So not only does she not really care what she's buying, she doesn't really see what she's buying. She's at Kohl's, she sees the yellow tag, and she buys it. Kohl's, it'll get those older folks.
Oh, it will.
That Kohl's cash just keeps them coming.
My parents love Kohl's cash.
Oh, Kohl's cash is your reward points or something?
Yeah.
Okay, get those bucks, those Kohl's cash. They spell cash with a K in that situation, Kohl's cash?
Great question.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah.
If it was in the South, they would.
It is.
But I mean, if it were a Southern company.
Oh, I don't know where it stems.
They don't.
Oh,
Okay.
So some examples of things she would buy. So I have a pair of socks that have the name William all over them because she bought them and she didn't see that they saw William, and so she just gave them to me.
Yeah.
She also, when I was younger, bought me a thing of salt and pepper shakers, and they were little piggies, which is great. But when you put them on the table and you like assemble them, the pepper is humping the salt piggy.
That's a great gift.
I want those.
So on this occasion of this particular story, my grandma was coming up to visit me and my parents in New Hampshire, and she lived in Connecticut, which is about 2 hours away. So close enough that she would come every couple months or so. Every time she would come up, she would fill her PT Cruiser full of all of her gifts that she had acquired. And she was going to like load us up with all the crap that she had bought.
Alex, if you had just started with the fact that Grandma drove a PT Cruiser, I would have known all of the rest, actually.
Okay, perfect.
Was it the kind with the wood grain side on it? The fake wood grain?
It wasn't. It was like 1 year after they stopped doing that.
Okay. All right. She just missed it. All right.
A very sleek bluish gray. Yeah, you couldn't miss her on those highways. Anywho, so on this particular night, I had gymnastics practice. And so Grandma came up to my house while I was at gymnastics practice. And so I was going to come home that night and she would already be at my house. And for some reason, she decided she was going to lay out all the gifts that she had brought, not wrapped or anything. She would lay them out on our couch in our living room. And so I walk in and my grandma's sitting on the couch and all of these items are like laid out.
Like someone would lay stolen items on a blanket in front of 7-Eleven to sell them.
Absolutely, exactly like that. You have the vision.
Okay.
My eyes are scanning. And, you know, like I said, I'm trying to be a good gift receiver. So I'm like, oh, good, a jewelry box. Thank gosh, my jewelry's been all over the place. You know, my 10-year-old self. I need that. But my eyes keep resting on this one particular item that looks a little bit like a stuffed animal, but something about it is not feeling right. Bad vibes.
Yeah.
I can't avoid it any longer. I point at the little stuffed animal thing and I say, what is this? Grandma picks up this thing and she says, you know what? I don't know. I was thinking that when I was unboxing like all this stuff to set it out for you. I don't remember buying this. And she's like, it's so soft. Oh. She's rubbing it on her face.
No.
Oh my God, wait, Monica, you already have an idea of what this is?
Yes, it's a dead animal.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I'm so far behind. Wait, oh my God. Okay, Alex, what?
Yes, you are right. So she's rubbing it on her face. Oh. I don't have the heart to say anything. I'm just like sort of frozen. And I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Oh, by the way, it's just me and my grandma in the room at this time. My parents are somewhere else. And so I call for my dad because he's usually the dead animal handler.
Is it his mom or your mom's mom?
No, my mom's mom.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's the mom he's stuck with, yeah.
Yes, exactly. He's like, oh, this crazy lady. So he comes in and he says, yep, that's 100% a dead squirrel.
Oh, is it taxidermied?
No, it died in that box.
Oh, God, you're on it today.
What we think happened is that Grandma, when she was planning this trip up to New Hampshire, she didn't want to forget all of her stuff. So she put all the stuff in some bags and put them on her front porch overnight. And so what we think is this poor little squirrel crawled into a bag and died. And then when Grandma opened the bag, as I said, she can't see and she doesn't care what she's buying. She just assumed that she had purchased this little like stuffed animal looking thing.
Oh my God.
So my grandma gave me a dead squirrel.
Oh my God. Also, if grandmother can't discern, her eyes are so bad that she can't discern a stuffed animal from a dead squirrel. How the fuck's she getting that PT Cruiser from Connecticut all the way to your house?
I'm not sure. Bumper cars? I don't know.
Oh my God.
She must be weaving all over the place. Bunch of taxidermy in the back seat.
I'm only a few steps away from this. I could easily.
I worry about you because you're only 35.
I know.
By the time you're a Grammy and you're bringing presents, you'll just be like your head's underwater in Jello all the time.
Wow.
Alex, so Grandma was handling the carcass.
Yes. And like onto her face.
No.
She was really trying to like sell me on like this. She's like, it is so soft.
Snuggle it now.
Yeah, she's trying to justify the purchase.
Oh my God.
That's
Grandma.
Amazing. Oh, wow.
What was Grandma's name or is Grandma's name?
Grandma was Joyce, and we called her lovingly J.A. She was Joyce Ann.
Oh, Grandma J.A. in her PT.
It was...
with a DS. Dead squirrel.
Was it her mom who made that sweater?
Yeah, it was her mom that made that sweater.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, she can see when she needs to, I guess, because that cable knit's tight.
No, it was her mom.
Oh, great-grandmother.
Uh-huh.
That's what happened is grandma grew up in a house where the mother was making these beautiful artisanal hand-created gifts and seeing the joy it brought, but she just didn't have that skill and or couldn't see well enough to execute that fine motor control. And so she was forced to just gather garbage and redistribute it.
Right. Anywhere she could find it. Exactly. Well, thank you guys for letting me tell this story. I was having technical difficulties before this. I was like stressed. It wasn't going to work.
Do you think you're going to diarrhea after this? That stressed?
Well, then maybe you can write back in for the next poop story.
Yeah.
Yeah, a follow-up. That's possible.
Well, Alex, you're so adorable. And
you're a great storyteller.
Yeah, really good storyteller. You have the sweetest smile and a nice cable knit sweater. You're a home run.
Okay, don't leave before I tell you thank you for all that you guys do. My dad died last year in May after sort of a unsuccessful battle with alcoholism. And I just love the way that you guys talk about addicts as full people. My dad was the smartest person I've ever known, and his addiction was smarter. And I just feel like when I listen to you guys, I somehow learn things about my dad still. And I just wish I could share a lot of it with him, but I'm just very thankful for you. And I can't tell you how much comfort you two have both brought me.
Alex,
that means so
I'm not going to
much.
diarrhea. I'm going to cry now.
Yeah, I know. That's like the best compliment we could ever get.
Yeah, and on behalf of all of us addicts, I'm so sorry. I'm sure he loved the daylights out of you and just couldn't get in front of it. And I'm just so sorry. You deserved that. Yeah. And you're such a sweetie pie. I wish I could give you a hug.
I could fit right in that flower chair with you.
Oh, yeah. You and some friends. You and Granny.
Yeah. Well, I'll pile in there. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you, Alex. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you. I'll follow all of the instructions I'm sending to you.
Okay, good. Stay on Wobby Wob's good side. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, man.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I do want to show you a video, though.
That's
not on
uplifting.
topic.
Okay. Yes, please do. I had a hunch it wasn't in keeping with what we were just processing.
It's really not. It's about shopping.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's really funny.
Is that sweater new? Yes. I got it on sale. Really? It was originally $300, but it was 20% off. Really? Which made it $240. Really? Which meant I could get these boots. Really? They were originally $800, but they were 30% off, so they were only $560. Really? And they ended up being only $500. How? I used the $60 I made on the sweater. But you didn't make $60. You saved $60 by spending $250. That's not what I got. Obviously. Maybe we're using different math. Obviously. Anyway, with the $60 I made on the sweater and the $240 I made on the boots, I got these jeans. Really? They were $250, but with the $300 I made, they were free. Really? Free with another free $50. So according to your math, you made $350 today. Right. You bought over $1,000 worth of clothes. For free. Right.
Right.
Plus, I earned points for putting it all on a special credit card. What special credit card? The only one that's not maxed out? No, the new credit card that offered 20,000 shopping points and free mini binoculars. I even have Groupons.
Mini binoculars.
What's a Groupon? It's a special email deal on something you'd never buy or use or do. It's so much cheaper than what you'd normally buy it for that you buy it anyway. Your math is all wrong. No, it's not. You spent money today. You didn't earn money today. In your opinion. Math isn't an opinion. It's a fact. In your opinion. Besides, shopping math is different from regular math. How? It's easier and more fun. If they'd had shopping math on the SATs, I could have gone to MIT. So, now what? Winter vacation plans. But we can't afford a vacation. After I buy presents and a few more things for myself on sale, we can. There's a new resort in Pittsburgh. Or a birding motel outside Scranton. Remember, I have Groupons and free binoculars. Boy, I'm so afraid.
What fact check was that from?
Oh.
And with the $300 I made on the sweater and boots, I got free jeans.
Got these jeans for free.
Plus free $50. Someone send that to you, or did you discover
Callie
it?
sent it. She does shopping math like me.
Hello?
Hold on. Apparently I'm having issues. Give me just a quick second.
Can we hear you?
I got you now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Crystal clear. Is this Justin?
It is. How are you guys?
Good.
Great.
Justin's in my top 3 names. Every Justin I ever met was so cool.
Oh.
My cousin included.
Yeah, well, one of my favorites was Maximus, and Dax is pretty close to Daximus. So
Look at that.
Yeah. There's a campaign to make it Daximus officially. It changed legally.
Really?
Sure. Remember on my Wikipedia, people had written it was Daximus.
I love that. You have quite a movie collection. Is it
books?
Is it books or movies?
this side is my Stephen King first edition collection. I've got quite a few, and some are worth some money and some aren't. But yeah, it's kind of a hobby of mine is to hunt down Stephen King's.
Cool.
Do you go to like estate sales? Where do you procure these?
Yeah, you know what? I actually refuse to buy them online because I want the hunt.
Yeah.
I travel for work, and so every city I go to, I Google used bookstores and go hunting. Found some gems along the way for good deals, and others I've had to pay up for, but the joy's in the hunt for sure.
What's the number 1 Stephen King book for you?
Well, for reading-wise, the Dark Tower series, by all means, it's just amazing. And unfortunately, the movie didn't do the books justice. My favorite, though, is probably I was in Maine for work, and I stopped at a used bookstore on the side of the road, and I walked in, and I was like, hey, do you have any Stephen King's, like an idiot, because it's Maine?
Yeah.
And the owner was like, yeah, I've got a few over there, just go look. And he only had literally a few, but one of them was a signed first edition of Firestarter, which is extremely rare and hard to find, and he only wanted $50 for it. I'm like,
No way.
so let me have that, please.
You'd think it'd be more expensive in Maine.
Yeah, you kind of think so, but I guess maybe there's just so many of them.
What do we think that book is worth?
I'd say $400 to $500 probably.
Wow. Nice.
For me, it was like a diamond in the rough that I stumbled across.
That's a 10x win right there.
Yeah, no kidding. You guys look beautiful, by the way. I have to confess that I only listened to 2 things on the road. That's Howard Stern and you guys.
Oh, that's very flattering.
That's nice.
Okay, so you were either a giver or a receiver of a well-intentioned gift that had gone awry. Awry or wrong?
Awry.
Oh, wrong. Okay. Please tell us what happened, Justin.
Yeah, so, a couple of years ago, my mom had gone through major cancer surgery, ovarian cancer with a basketball-sized tumor.
Whoa.
Being a son, I'm very sympathetic, and my wife is a research goddess and looked up things that would help somebody going through chemo to kind of ease their journey.
Really quick, not to be too big of a sicko, but was the tumor weighed when it was removed?
I didn't ask. I was very curious about that. They say the size of a basketball, and I'm picturing like a basketball. I kind of wonder if it wasn't a 2D size basketball, but I'm not real sure.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. So my wife found out that while you're going through chemo, you can have an effect with metal, like drinking through metal straws or metal water bottles. So, we ordered her a plastic type bottle she could drink from. She found these anti-nausea suckers. I think they're made for like pregnant women. So if you get, morning sickness, you can just have a sucker and take away the nausea. She loved them and, went through her treatment and everything. And then about a year later, her friend had the exact same diagnosis.
Oh my God.
Full hysterectomy and everything. And so I was like, it'd be nice to find out what my mom thought was good and do it for them too. And so she said, those suckers were good. That water bottle was a great idea. So I got their address from her husband and I had them shipped to their house. And I forgot to put a note in there, but I figured the husband knew he gave me his address.
Right.
He would know where it came from. I got the delivery notification off Amazon and I'm like checking my phone, like, are they going to call and say thank you or anything,
Yeah.
expecting some kind of recognition for my good deed.
Of course.
Nothing ever came. So I'm like, let me check Facebook and see if maybe she posted, a general thank you to whoever mystery person sent her that. Turns out she did post, but it was not a thank you like I'd hoped for. So I apparently did not think this through in the slightest bit. So I actually printed out a screenshot here. And she said that I'm laughing because you have to be pretty wretched and miserable to do such a thing.
Oh.
Oh my God.
There are 100 other things you could have sent. I appreciate the water bottle, but you didn't need to send me pregnancy pops, reminding me that I will, in fact, never be pregnant.
Oh, shit. I did not see that coming.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
I never put a second of thought into that because my mom is 65 now.
Right.
I mean, pregnancy wasn't even a thought.
Her breeding days were behind her.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Yeah, so I mean, I panicked, man. I was like, oh my God, that was the complete opposite of what I was expecting. So I'm reading the comments, and I was already called wretched and miserable. Somebody else was, wow, that's awful.
People started piling on.
That's insane and rude. I just totally panicked. My first instinct, though, to be honest with you, was I felt so bad because she just got this diagnosis and she's going through something so traumatic. And even though it was an innocent, honest gift, it may have caused her just a moment of pain. And I hated that. And so I immediately chimed on Facebook like, I'm so sorry. Here's what I meant.
You did. You owned up.
Wow, I'm
You're such a good
impressed.
person.
Yes, it would have been quite easy to just walk away from the whole
Yes.
situation.
Well, you know what's funny you mentioned that because I've told this story about a dozen times over the last week since I got the invite from you guys.
Yeah.
And every single person was like, oh my God, I can't believe you responded. And
Yeah, that's really nice.
So what did you say?
I just said, oh my God, I didn't even consider that. Here, I explained how my mom just went through that.
Oh, my God.
And these are the things that helped her. And like I promise you, it was with the utmost good intentions. And I'm so sorry that it got received that way. And I know them from church, actually, so they knew my heart. She didn't delete it, but she commented. The Ellises are good people, so it's all good. Problem is resolved.
Wait, hold on. Why didn't she delete
Kept it up.
Yeah, I kind of think she should have deleted it.
I don't know, but you know, I was kind of glad she did because I did own it. And it's good for people to see that people do own their mistakes.
Yes. Oh, man.
Justin. I mean, I hate to say it, but no good
I
deed
know.
unpunished. It's like you went out of your way. I probably wouldn't have done it to begin with. And then if I did do it, and I too would be expecting like a hero's parade for my generosity and thoughtfulness. And then to see I had made someone mad, I would have been so defensive. Oh my God. You're really aspirational, Justin.
You really are.
I don't know if I would go that far because, I mean, ideally, yes, you should not do anything out of selfish ambition, but I still wanted that thank you and that acknowledgement.
You're a human. Come on.
Of course.
Yeah.
But look what I get, though. I get to sit here and look at your pretty faces on the screen and have a conversation with you guys. This is amazing.
Oh, thank you. What do you do that you travel around so much?
I work for a industrial gas and welding company. So I bounce around the country and help customers, you know, the fab shops, weld shops, manage inventory, and all based out of Jinx, Oklahoma.
Oh.
Wow.
I got a story that'll maybe ring true to you. So in high school, there was this really radical dude who drove a 77 Trans Am red with the big chicken hawk on the hood. It was glorious. It looked like the Burt Reynolds car from Hooper. And I had a Mustang. So when we would leave school, we'd both do big burnouts and then we turned left on this one road. Well, he also was so radical. He had a nitrous tank. Well, that thing was in his trunk of that sweet Trans Am. And I was following him out of the high school, got sideways, so fun. Then we turned left on Newton. He comes flying into that left-hand turn, gets it sideways, and that whole tank just torpedoed out the fucking fender of the Trans Am because it was in the trunk sliding around, and it just punched a hole right through the fender or quarter panel and shot out onto the road.
We do safety briefings all the time, and pictures like that come up often of dumb things people have done with their gas cylinders. So I've seen it before.
Yeah, I imagined you would have. Yeah, and then the exit hole it leaves is just all this shredded metal. Yeah, it looked like a bowling ball shot through it.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing, man, the destruction those things can do.
Have you ever seen one blow up?
Not in person, thank God. Although I've never been walked past like a big, massive like nitrogen tank or oxygen tank. They have to exhaust from time to time. I don't know if you've ever seen one, heard one exhaust, like a big, massive bulk tank, but it scares the shit out of you.
Really?
You're minding your own business, and all of a sudden it's shh. It's scary. So that enough is good for me.
Why do they have to do that? Doesn't the pressure stay consistent in there or no?
I don't really know for sure. I'm not on the bulk side. If I had to guess, it has something to do with temperature variations and keeping it stable. But I'm not 100% on that, so don't tell my boss I said that.
Okay.
Smart.
Alex?
No,
I mean, Justin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
And you're smart too.
Oh, thank you.
But I already knew that. I'm just now meeting Justin.
You're just learning that about Justin.
No, you two have probably the highest emotional IQs of any people I've ever heard before, and I appreciate you bringing that into the world and making it cool.
Oh, thank you, Justin.
So nice.
That's wonderful to hear. Well, great meeting you.
Yes,
and
thanks
boy,
for that story.
to talk about an undeserved, but hey, these things happen.
They happen.
You modeled the perfect response. I aim for it now.
Also, if you could do me a favor, let good old David Farrier know if he wants to become more American, he should 100% do an episode on America's Mother Road, Route 66.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, have him come to Tulsa and I'll buy him a beer.
Oh.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, if we send him out on the road.
He just learned to drive. Well, no, but he just got his driver's license.
That's right.
But he also likes to crash cars a lot. That's one of his signature moves.
He blames it on the car, but really it's him.
Yep.
Well, sometimes it is the car, right, Monica? I mean, I heard the DMV story, so sometimes it is the car.
Nope, it's him. It's him.
Well, nice meeting you. Thanks for that great story.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, take care.
What a nice man.
I know. Encouraging man. A man in the fucking trades.
Yeah.
Out there selling some acetylene, traveling from tool and die shop to tool and die shop.
But like does the right thing, listens to Stern, but
also
goes to church.
Yeah.
Wow. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Is this Libby?
Yes, this is Libby.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Beautiful, colorful closet. First impression.
That means a lot coming from you.
Oof, I love it.
Well, what it tells me is you're a confident woman because you're drawing attention to yourself. These are very loud and inviting colors.
Yeah, we love color.
Do you think it's because when you're born with red hair, which I'm going to expose you as having, you're going to own it? Like, I'm different. And then it just filters into everything else.
Right, because you're like, let me just add some more to it.
That's right.
Beautiful hair.
Thanks, guys.
Where are you, Alex? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dax keeps calling everyone Alex today.
That is the
we'll just be honest.
I'm so
the
sorry.
first person we spoke to was named Alex.
And I was having a hard time remembering it, and then I was obsessing on saying it over and over again. Now everything I say is Alex. Libby, I'm so sorry.
Libby.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was a little bit like we were on Jeopardy there for a minute.
Yes, Alex, what is colorful clothing for 600?
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh,
That's
no
where
shit.
I'm from.
We just got off the phone with someone in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
This is impossible.
No way.
Yes. Okay, so you're in Oklahoma. This is very exciting. And you are either the giver or the receiver of a present gone awry.
I was the giver of the present gone awry.
Oh, wonderful. Set the scene for us.
So this was about 4 years ago at Christmas. And my in-laws always do this really fun white elephant / Dirty Santa gift exchange. So it's super low key, though it's fun. But the idea is you bring one decent gift and then one shitty gift, like pretty much a gag gift.
Right.
And we draw names and you see what you get. I remember one year there was like this really nice set of kitchen knives.
That's what I did last year at White Elephant. Just wanted to throw that in there. Great gift.
You get it, the cooking. But then there's also been like a used candle. But it's all lighthearted. Nobody's sad about it. Before we get into all of the gift giving, there's dinner and drinks and we're all hanging out. This is at my husband's aunt and uncle's house and they're great hosts and it's a really good time. This particular Christmas, they had invited a few of their friends who didn't have anyone to celebrate with during the Christmas season. So they came to our Christmas party.
Some orphans from the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's right. And so one of the women, she had been to several family events, so we knew her. But there was this man there who we did not know. We'll just call him Dean.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Probably mid-50s, early 60s, having a good time with all of us. Didn't think anything of it. So, we've been singing Christmas carols and drinking and eating and having a good time. And then Susan, the host of the night, says, okay, let's all head into the living room and we're going to do our gift exchange. So we're all excited. Dean and Lisa, who was the other guest there, were like, oh, we didn't bring anything. We don't have to play. But we're like, oh, no. There's a ton of gifts. Everyone brings extras. You're in. So everyone's drawing their numbers. They get their numbers. First few gifts go by. Decent stuff. Somebody put together a little spa kit with face masks and bath bombs. So that goes by. Next person doesn't steal. They pick a gift and it's a bottle of champagne. So it's awesome. these are so far so good, but also we're kind of like, all right, part of the fun part is the mystery gifts. So Dean goes ahead and it's his turn, and he decides that he's going to pick another gift from the pile and not steal. So he goes and picks a gift from the pile, and my husband and I see it's one that I brought, and we're like, yes, oh, this is going to be good. Like, it's time to shake it up. He opens his gift and he takes it out, and it is a gallon-sized baggie full of like old dog treats, miscellaneous, half-eaten rawhide bones.
Dog chew scraps.
Yep. All in a Ziploc bag, and it was all wrapped up beautifully in disguise. So we all start laughing. It's the first gag gift of the night. We're like, oh, this is so good. Susan says something like, oh, I bet you would have rather had that champagne. And we're all just laughing. But Dean is not doing anything. He's just staring at the bag of dog treats.
You're detecting he doesn't know the premise of this evening?
Yes. So then Susan comes up to him and she's like, remember, like, some of them are jokes. But then Dean starts sobbing.
Oh no, it's dog.
It's triggering. He's a loner.
His dog died.
And we are all just staring at each other, unsure of what to do. And then sweet Susan again, the host is like, oh, Dean, like, please feel free to exchange the gift. Like, you don't have to keep this gift.
Libby, can I ask, is it a quiet whimpering and tears, or is it an audible, like...
It's a quiet whimpering, but it's a physical whimpering.
His body's kind of...
convulsing.
Gyrating.
No.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 55 or early 60s.
Oh, shit, sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. I called Libby Alex, so we're 1 for 1 now.
We're even now. Yeah. So then he reveals, he goes, oh, no, it's okay. He composes himself and he says, my dog died a few months ago, my companion, and these are my first holidays without him. And this was a big reminder of that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
So we've given a grieving man a gallon-sized baggie of dog treats for the dog that he no longer has. So he's pretty upset. I mean, we're all just kind of quiet for a minute. Again, Susan's like, well, let's just put it away. Let's just put that away and, try to move on. But he actually says, I want to keep this gift.
That's not a good idea, Dean.
He's going to cry every night over it.
He wanted to keep it as like a memento. He was like, this is a sign.
Spike's coming back?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like Spike sent him this
that's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah, a bit of a stretch in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like a sim moment for him.
Yeah. The game continued. It was definitely not as fun as it had been in years past after that incident, but the rest of the night went on like normal. I never really had to own up to the fact that it was my gift that was brought until now.
Oh, wow.
Nobody asked.
Yeah.
So
right.
I didn't feel the need to say, also that gift that made you miserable, that was me.
Yeah. What would that have done? Nothing.
Well, what if you would have gone up and said, I was the dog bones. I kind of need those back for my dog. I assume no one would want this and we were going to get it back. And my dog, who's thriving right now, who's very, very much alive, will desire these.
Oh, God. Poor buddy.
I'm a bit of a mix of feelings. I'm going to betray what I'm encouraging all men to do, which is be emotional. Part of me also is like, 3 months later.
He's alone.
Yeah. I guess the fact that he used the word companion tells you
a
lot about it. Yeah. My soulmate Baxter.
If 3 months after Lola died, there was something like that, she would have cried.
Kristen would have had it. Yeah, she would have had it. She had to cry last night about Lola.
Oh, wow. So that was quite a long time ago. So
that was a few years ago.
She gets it.
Yeah.
I imagine Kristen must have looked on her photos, typed in dogs. It's so good now. It's sorting your photos. You ever do that? I put in helmet the other day. It knows what a helmet is.
Wow.
Anyways, so we're looking at all these fun videos. And then, all of a sudden the ones of Lola's pop up. And then the kids, I don't know why, they turned on me. They go, Dad, did you cry when Lola died?
Oh, God.
They put you on the spot.
They really did. And I was like,
there too.
Yeah, I was at the motorcycle track.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be there for 2 days and I had to come home early. So I was kind of resentful of the timing, selfishly. She bailed me out. She goes, I think your dad was more worried about me Probably didn't have time to.
Oh, that was generous.
Extremely generous, yeah. Did he ever attend any future Christmases?
He has not. Nope.
Oh, has anyone done
Has anyone
a check?
checked in?
A
Wellness
visit,
check.
yeah.
Wellness check. I hope the reason he hasn't been is he got a new puppy, and then he had a great Christmas with he and the puppy.
No need to come to ours. He has a great one on his own now.
Yeah. Oh, Libby, I'm so sorry that Christmas took a turn, but it sounds like everyone responded very kindly and patiently.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a stranger at someone else's Christmas and have a little
and cry.
breakdown.
I know, that's a lot. Yeah.
It's heavy.
I'm glad he did that.
He felt safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to be careful because I'm heading in that direction. As you know, I'm starting to cry more and more and more.
That's nice.
And it's pretty conceivable that I'll have a good cry when I'm in my
People will
early
like
60s.
that. It's nice.
It's beautiful. Embrace it.
Some people even get horny watching it.
Me.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Some, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Libby, it's been great meeting you, and thanks for that wonderful story. I'm inclined to say Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you guys for having me. This is fun.
Oh, good.
Nice
I'm
to
glad
meet
you enjoyed it. All right, take care, Libby.
Thanks. Bye.
These are fun.
They are. Well, I like that it's Christmas. I already miss
I
Christmas.
miss Christmas. That's what I was thinking.
It should be twice a year.
I know. We should do that. We can start doing
Summer Christmas?
Summer Christmas. Ooh, maybe I could host that at my new house.
Oh, yes.
That'd be
Backyard barbecue,
fun.
Christmas tree.
Yeah.
You could decorate those insane Dr. Seuss Christmas trees you have that I've urged you to get rid of.
That you don't want me to have.
Yeah.
But this is what I can do. At Christmas time, since my house will be ready for a couple years, this Christmas, I'll order stuff from Australia because Santa's in swimwear.
Oh,
and
right.
then it'll apply.
Very good idea.
Yeah.
Very good idea. And now would be the time to get it all.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll stock up now.
Slashing prices. You'll make money.
Aren't you supposed to have like strippers or something? Wasn't that part of
That was
your
Australian
party?
Christmas?
No, some party you were gonna have with little
Oh, that was
strippers.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, little Cupid
Cupids.
strippers.
Oh, right. Your Cupid party. You got a lot of parties you're going to be hosting.
I hope so. That's
You
the
know,
whole
better not
point
turn
of
out to
this
be a
fucking
terrible
house.
neighbor, or is it ragers across the street all the
You
time?
better be coming to the parties. They're for my friends.
What time are they going to shut down?
Whenever you want.
You know, we've talked about a zip line on the property, and you're at the perfect elevation for us to install a zip line from. And now we're friendly with Jay, the neighbor, whose house the cable would have to go over the top of.
Sure.
It would be really cool if you left your window or your balcony every day. And
Ziplined?
yes, right to the attic stairs. Can you imagine how cool?
But
And you
wouldn't
wore a superhero outfit every morning? Like a lacy one?
Would it go? Would it go that way though?
Yeah, it would come from
It
your...
would go down.
down, yeah. You'd have to walk home.
Oh.
But it's a straight downhill shot from your veranda to
Hi,
this.
Jay. On my way. Good
Beep,
morning.
beep. Happy morning. The city of LA is safe. You'd have your superhero outfit on.
I'm not gonna rule it out.
Oh, it sounds great. How fun for the guests if they arrived at the same time.
Monica's
You came in with
coming.
your cape.
Gotta somehow get it like
air.
through this window so she lands in the chair.
Oh my God. Yeah, we put the spring in here to slow you down, decelerate you. You guys are thinking about a superhero name for you and a gimmick.
Oh, what would it be?
Mighty Mouse.
Oh, there we go.
Mighty Mouse.
But I mean,
Exists,
isn't there
so-
already one?
There is.
That-
A very strong mouse.
That's why I was so quick with it.
Yeah. Didn't take him long.
All right, who we got?
Lori
She's not here.
/
Oh.
Alex.
These stories are sad. There's a lot of sad parts in these stories.
Sadder than cremation, weirdly.
I know.
Oddly sadder than
Guys.
cremation. What happened?
Ding, ding, ding. Yesterday, after I left here, I was walking down the street and a man was shouting at another man. They obviously knew each other. And he was like, I'm getting certified at the crematory. He was talking about getting certified
To blast people?
Yes.
Oh my God.
like 10 minutes after I left us recording that.
I feel like that could be an online certification. You're just igniting a
Yeah,
oven.
turning a knob.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
and-
how to use. Do you have any experience baking a cake?
I guess it's like how much damage can you do? They're already dead, too.
Also true. No lawsuits.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh, I just had a thought.
What?
Do you ever think they get backed up and they just start giving other people's ashes to
Like
other
they do
people?
it all at once?
Well,
like
maybe
a bunch
that
at
a huge
once.
Groupon.
Yeah.
You had to save on Groupon. Ding 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 Groupon.
Maybe. Because how would you ever
So
know?
that isn't even what I was suggesting. That's even better because then you don't know whose ashes
Yeah.
you got. But I was just thinking like someone's calling like, you said you're going to have the ashes done, but they're like 5 behind.
Oh.
So they just give the ashes.
Somebody else.
It's like a Ponzi scheme.
Oh.
First out. And then they give the ashes of this one person.
Do you think they're that busy?
Yeah, I
bet
mean, think
it's-
about how many people die.
And I think there's an explosion in deaths. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you got New Year's Eve, all these like drinking holidays. I bet it goes up a lot.
Christmas, there's a
Bad
lot.
weather. All of a sudden, you got a bunch of corpses.
Oh.
I bet there's times they're behind.
Back yeah, that's
They're backed up.
probably true. Oh my God.
We gotta get an expert in.
Yeah.
Cremation
Well, I'll just
expert.
find that guy. I'll just walk back on.
Yeah,
find
just
that
He's
guy.
almost there.
prowl the streets a little bit.
Hello.
Oh my God, hello.
Hi, Lori. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Where did you get this incredible shirt, the luncheonette?
I had to wear that shirt for you because I'm obsessed with parenthood.
Oh, how flattering. There's so much stimulating stuff to look at. You also have a standees of an ice cream cone.
That we got from an ice cream store that was getting rid of it.
Cute.
Do you have children?
I have 2 teenagers.
Okay, and they needed that. Or did you need that, Lori?
No, I needed that. They don't
Yeah.
care.
You needed it. Wonderful.
Oh, love it.
So that's a real place there in San Francisco, the luncheonette?
No, it's for the show.
Oh, and
Like it was
says San
merch?
Francisco under it.
Yeah. It's actually so big that I can't really wear it out because it just is shapeless and doesn't look that good. But this was the perfect time to dust it off.
You should wear it in this new chair. Speaking of too big and shapeless. You are the second redhead we have spoken with today.
I'll be honest, I'm a fake redhead.
Oh, good for you, though. Good color.
Yeah, I really like it. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, when I dye my hair, which is occasional, I always go red.
I love the red. I've been doing it since I was 21.
Same.
So it's not because I'm old, which I am, but it's not because of that.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were a part of a well-intentioned gift that went sideways. Were you the giver or the givee?
I was the receiver of the gift.
Okay.
Yeah, we wouldn't say givee for the receiver. That
That's
was
all right.
bad.
I still liked
That makes
it.
no sense. Okay, walk us through this unfortunate event.
Okay, so this was back in the day when I used to leave the house to go to work. And so when my son was 1 year old, he's now 19. When he was 1, we had a nanny named Garnet. And Garnet was an amazing nanny, but I was just listening to you guys talking to Priyanka, and she was a peacock. She had to be the center of attention.
Uh-huh.
So she called me at work one day and said, I got you the greatest present in the world. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to come home. It's the greatest thing ever. I've been waiting so long to do this.
Oh, wow. She's really building it up.
Wow.
She's kind of screwing herself over.
Yeah, you should never
don't-
hype it.
No. You want to overachieve expectations.
Yeah, you want
not
to
over-deliver.
Yeah, under promise, over deliver. There it is.
So I come home. She's standing in the door. She is beaming like a ray of sunlight. Like you can see the light coming out of her face, the biggest smile I ever saw. She takes me into the kitchen first. And in the kitchen, we have a window over the kitchen sink, and then a counter, and then a door to the deck with a window over that. And I had put some very understated curtains over those windows so that the sun doesn't hit you in the face when you're doing the dishes.
Absolutely.
Garnet had replaced the curtains with these ruffly white curtains with giant fruit prints all over them.
No, boy. Oh, boy.
Like huge clusters of giant fruits. And the one over the kitchen window, instead of blocking the sun, was shaped to go around your head with ruffles so that the sun could still stab you in the eye while you were doing the dishes.
Oh, so they're not functional and not fashionable.
Right. Terrifying.
This is such an arrogant present to think you could pick out the decoration in someone's
I
home.
know, so ballsy.
Yeah.
Well, then she took me into the living room.
Oh, my God.
And in the living room, we have a great big bay window that looks out onto the street. Monica, I'm not a shopper like you are.
Okay.
I'm not a good shopper. I don't like to shop. It's not my thing, but I looked long and hard to find the exact right curtains to stop the sun from hitting you in the face, still let some light in, not make the room smaller or darker, the right length. It was a big deal to find these. And I'm a cheapskate too, so that was part of it. So she had replaced those with these completely sheer white curtains that didn't block any sunlight or people really from seeing us jumping around the living room. And then because they were too long for the windows, she had sewn the bottoms of them altogether erratically.
She didn't do a great job. This is unfortunate because it's really thoughtful, though. That part's thoughtful. She tried to hem them and couldn't.
Oh, fuck. This is my nightmare.
Yes.
I mean, it was intended to be thoughtful.
Yes.
And she's just beaming. And here's the thing, like if someone buys you an ugly vase, then when they come over, you put out the ugly vase. And when they leave, you put it away. She was in my house 5 days a week.
Yes, fuck.
Also, you can't put up curtains and take down curtains. That's a Saturday project.
Yeah, we weighed that option, and we had a 1-year-old. We didn't have it in us.
Do you remember your reaction while you were being led from room to room? Were you doing a good job selling it, or were you laying the groundwork to ultimately let her know we're not going to keep these?
I mean, she is the kind of person who didn't always notice people's reactions anyway. Very devoted to the kids always, but with adults, it was about her. And I think I had probably my father's trademark fake smile, like a gritty teeth kind of.
The listener can't see the smile, but I can, and you don't look happy.
No. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's not a really great
It's very
smile.
plastered.
And so I started emailing and calling my friends and family saying, what would you do? Because I didn't know how to handle it. And all they did was laugh hysterically.
Yeah.
And especially when they asked for pictures and I sent them pictures and then they would laugh even harder.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked my grandmother, because then she was in her 80s. She's 103 now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's awesome. I figured she's seen everything, right? Like she's dealt with every situation. So I asked her, and the email back, the first thing said, please don't invite her to my apartment. Granny's getting in on the action here. And then she said, why don't you tell her that Dave, my husband, doesn't like change unless he is consulted.
Great move.
Except that Garnet knew Dave very, very well, because we all knew each other very well. And while Dave does indeed not like change, the last thing Dave ever wants in his life and anything is to be consulted.
Okay, so totally off brand for Dave.
Right. If he could get through life without me ever saying, do you want to do this or this, he would be so happy.
Great. And then also, is he a people pleaser?
He's very non-confrontational.
There we go.
Okay.
That's the word.
So
I
he
was
wouldn't
looking for.
like being dragged into this.
No.
/ thrown under the bus.
Yeah.
Depends on it. Tomato.
He wanted no part of it. I finally had to gather up some gumption and sit down with her.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, wait. How long had they been in the house before you sit down with her?
Well, she went on vacation.
Oh.
And we were afraid to take them down.
Yeah.
So we're living with this horror, this daily horror in our house. And I'm thinking, how many times has she walked around my house thinking, oh, I want to swap out that couch?
Yeah.
You know, like looking at everything with that judge. I'm a little sensitive about my lack of ability to really beautifully decorate a home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know you're not great at it, so it's already an insecurity, and now it's right out in the open. And in fact, your style must be so bad that it invited this. I mean, it's a real
That's
statement,
what it's telling
right?
you. Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
yes, there's a lot of subtext to it.
And the assumption was maybe she thought the curtains came with the house.
Sure.
Right.
Yep. She was like, oh, Lori doesn't have style, but I do. And I'm going to help her out.
Yeah, she thought she was doing you a big favor.
She acted as if she was, for sure. So I finally sit down with her and I tell her, I'm so sorry, but I just want you to know I really looked a long time before I put up those curtains that I chose.
For my house.
I mean, the whole day I was so nervous about having this conversation. And then she says, oh, I knew it was risky.
Okay.
That didn't match the presentation.
Right.
Okay, but sounds like she took it kind of well.
She did ultimately take it well, but I did forever imagine her judging my entire house. I kind of think that when people come over who aren't my family or friends, that they're doing this the same
Right.
wow.
This is an old
It
injury.
affected you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And had I left it to Dave, we would still have the curtains.
Oh, I'm
Well,
really proud of you for sticking up for yourself.
Eventually, she left your employ. Your child's now
Yes.
19. Was there any thought of like, well, we're only going to have a nanny for another 6 years?
No, you can't live like that.
2 kids.
Okay. But I can imagine Dave going like, look, we're just going to have to grin and bear it for 6 years. She'll be out of here. She might even find a different job in a couple years.
Which she did, actually.
Okay.
She did.
I think
The
I would
next day.
think, do we got to fire her?
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh wow, you went.
Listen,
you went that hard.
I don't know. There's only so many options. It's like I can't live like this, and I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Yeah, I'd rather fire than hurt her feelings. I think you did the admirable thing. It sounds like you laid it out nicely, which is those had meant, I put some real effort into those and I liked them.
I did. I tried to describe my process and just was saying different taste, different. I mean, it was a long time ago, so it's hard to remember exactly what I said, but she didn't storm out, so I figure I did okay. We ended up getting a different nanny for other reasons, and the new nanny did not ever try to redecorate my house.
Right. What if that was like in the interview process? You're like asking, what do you think
How
of
do you
these?
feel about those curtains? Yeah. And I still have my curtains up, and it's fine.
The same ones.
The same ones that I had chosen all those years ago.
That says a lot. That says a lot because that's 18 years ago. Yeah. They were already up for a while. I feel you. Creature of habit.
And they took a long time to find, I gotta be honest. I painted my walls orange here, like I have some thoughts.
Yes, you have a very particular aesthetic and you feel most comfortable in it. And that needs to be respected.
Yes.
Oh, that was great.
That's wonderful. That makes me want to do a prank like that.
Yeah.
Like buy somebody a really large area rug for their living room.
What you have to do is put it there while they're out.
Yes.
So they come home and then the new thing is there and hide the one that you took away.
I think Kimball did this. I think he hired someone to paint his uncle's house and they did hidden cameras.
No.
Yeah. And I think they painted his house peach or pink or something. And yeah, he had a predictable meltdown about it.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's a good prank.
Really good.
I have to tell you guys this because I used to be this annoying person who would say, why are you listening to podcasts? I don't like podcasts. What's a podcast? And then I fell hard for your podcast, talking about it to my husband's dismay constantly.
Poor Dave.
Honestly, I would say thinking about certain things differently because of stuff you guys said. Oh. Now I listen to a million podcasts. Oh. I have a newsletter about the podcasts that I listen to, and I co-host a weekly podcast myself that's been going for 2.5 years.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Oh my God, that's flattering.
Who do you do it with?
Tony Anthony Pascal is my co-host. We're a Star Trek podcast, which I know you guys cannot relate to.
No, but we love a niche.
It's been my thing since I was, 10 or something.
Well, that sounds so fun. I'm so delighted that we were a part of a journey that's led to you being creative and productive and having fun talking about something you love. Well, Lori, this fills my self-esteem cup to the brim. I appreciate it. And I wish you luck on all these endeavors.
Thank you so much. You've just filled so much of my time with happiness and joy and thoughtfulness and laughing out loud and yelling at you guys.
Sure, man.
Just everything. Everything. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, that was gift giving.
That was gift giving.
That was
is
fun.
A bold gift. Hanging new drapes in someone's home. That's really good.
If you do that in my house, you're fired.
I hate to pass judgment on her. What was her name?
Garnet.
But it's
Dig me. My God.
Dignan. Wasn't that Owen Wilson's name in Bottle Rocket? It sounds a little narcissistic.
Of course it does.
Okay. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Okay. Someone who goes into another person's house and then just decides to change it without asking.
Yeah.
Or getting permission.
Yeah. It's beyond bold.
Yes, because it's saying, I know best for your house.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm the boss and you're my employee. You'll live how I say you're going to live. I'm going to decorate your house. I'm going to come in there and go wild. Leather everything. Wood everywhere.
You said we have the same aesthetic.
We do. I'll do a great job.
Bunch of chairs that look like that.
You're going to walk in and you're going to go, oh, what's this feeling? I'm having a visceral feeling. And it's going to be how you felt in Nermie's womb.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I think I had fun in there.
You sure did. Yeah. Splashing around. Probably tiny little baby. What were you, 4 pounds when you came out?
I was 6 pounds.
6 pounds.
Maybe things were not fun in the womb, and that's why I'm bad at swimming. It seems to be logical.
Also, you have to go everywhere your mom goes.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of when I had to go to Harry's grocery store with my mom a lot.
Oh,
I hated
it.
Hated it. She always dragged me there.
Harry's? Is that like a individually owned one-off?
It was, and I feel like I felt like it was ethnic.
Oh, of course.
And I don't think it was.
Right.
I associated that.
Aisle.
Oh, one time I brought my friend Ashley. I didn't want to. Like, we were coming back from something. My mom wanted to stop at Harry's. And I was like, we cannot stop at Harry's with Ashley, popular Ashley.
They have
like,
curry there.
Oh my God. I was so embarrassed. My mom like got fish or something, and we were near the fish, and Ashley was like gagging at the fish smell. I was like,
wow.
I want to die. I gotta die now.
Oh man,
my life was so hard.
It sounds really hard. All right, love you.
Love you.
You've never had a gift gone wrong.
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
You always nail gifts.
I've never had a bad gift from you as well. Speaking of your gifts, though, have you cracked open the Formula One book for your F1 podcast? That'd be a good tie-in.
It would be a good tie-in because I could do some history out of it. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I've luxuriated in my foot massager.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Spent the whole afternoon. Yeah.
I don't know how long you're supposed to, but I think it's...
I went like 5 sessions.
Yeah, I know. It's nice.
Yeah. My feet were jello at the end.
They
All
were?
the bones were powder. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It was like the fingers in everywhere.
The hot dog hands?
Yeah, hot dog hands.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, I love you.
Love you.
Do you want to sing a tune or something? We have a theme song.
Oh. Okay, great.
We don't have a theme song for this new show, so here I go. We're gonna ask some random questions, and with the help of Armcherries, we'll get some suggestions. On the fly rhyme dish, enjoy.